3DO.
Hey there everyone, it's Guest 273 here, and I got exciting news for you. It's the 1st of August, that's it, that's the exciting news. I got nothing new to tell you. Anyway, it's the Saturday, so it's time to play some Heroes of Might and Magic 3. Last week I played a custom map. It turned super long, even though the idea was that it's gonna be a short game, and then I'll play another Heroes match and Sunday afterwards, but I was like super exhausted from that game, so I ended up not doing that. And this weekend I'm kind of busy tomorrow, so no second stream, or like 90% chance that no second stream. Things can change, things can happen. But yeah, let's do the audio check and then let's jump into today's Horn of the Abyss scenario. And what else is new? I guess there's like a stream chat goal, which is something that YouTube prompted me to do, and I kind of like I couldn't really click through it, so I was just like, okay fine, I'll test how this works. So yeah, there's like a stream goal. If anybody donates, I think even a single cent in the next 3 hours, that would be cool, I guess. But you know, no pressure. Anyway, how do I sound? How does the stream look like as well? I couldn't really click through it, so I was just like, okay fine, I'll test how this works. So yeah, there's like a stream goal. If anybody donates, I think even a single cent. Alright, that's cool. I guess chilling, that's something you don't hear very often. But yeah, let's jump into today's single player scenario. I am excited what the Horn of the Abyss crew has crafted for us. Every week there's like a new minor fixes and changes. This week's one of the fixes that I noticed was the fact that for multiplayer games with 3 or more players, if one player cancels the loading sequence, then it's automatically cancelled for everybody without waiting for the other people to accept, or even like when I'm starting a new game, which would be great if we actually got some multiplayer games going with the gang, but everybody seems vacant. I can't really blame them. This summer in particular has been very hot and very nasty. One of my viewers, Orin, commented that he's also going on like a 2-week vacation, so I guess we won't see him yet, but he might be in the future in the comment section. So I think I should be looking for a 2-player Horn of the Abyss map, which is face-to-face. That's correct. So I think I chose to play as blue, and let's read the text and then we'll figure out why I chose to play as what I chose to play. So face-to-face. There is nothing better than finding the strongest one in a fair duel. The only set of valuable mines is a core and essence of conflict between the 2 rivals. Oh, a fair duel. So I was like, Ranloo. Anyway, if we go through the towns, we do see mostly like the usual unit roster, you know? Nothing out of the extraordinary, at least the Horn of the Abyss. Nothing out of the extraordinary. I didn't expect that I would actually be playing that map that I played last week, and that would be it with Charna. So I guess we have 2 Necropolis games in a row, but then again, last week's Necropolis game didn't actually feature any enemy dead, if you believe it or not. That's actually the reason why it took 7 hours to beat that map. But yeah, we have Ranloo here, and I need to kind of check for myself. Did I take... I think I took the artifact as my starting bonus, because, you know, there could be a lack of wood and ore, especially if it says that there's mines. I want it to be difficult. The map rating is normal, so yeah, we can jump into it and we can see what this a fair duel entails. Ranloo, of course, I guess he's no Galtran, so perhaps, you know, Ballista isn't too fair either, but I was like feeling like, you know, we'll double shoot the Ballista through this map and we'll have some fun with that. So yeah, no tournament rules, so let's just jump right into it. No flavor text whatsoever. What do we see in the town? Agony. Everything here looks completely normal. Yeah, no shipyard. Didn't expect that. It looks like we can build everything. I'm still waiting for some maps. I don't think in Horn of the Abyss they like to restrict creature buildings, but like in the base game and in some Shadow of Death maps and Armageddon Blade maps, I remember that like higher tier buildings were restricted in some maps. I'm kind of waiting for that to pop off again. Ooh, we have 350 gold specialists in the tavern and also some tips about Pegasi. So Ranloo, he rolled into, I guess, a decent artifact that will help him a little bit later. And yeah, he is the ballista person. So, following a childhood dream, Ranloo became an aide at Mestli's armory. Ancient Master's gift was no lore, rather a bite to the neck and a pit in the Talon Woods. Undeath wasn't fun, but Ranloo's hands got as crafty as ever. Soon, he was wearing Mestli's master's blacksmith diadem after running him through with a missile from a self-designed ballista. Oh no, Ranloo got trapped into the craftsmanship art of ballistas. There could be worse fates, you know? But I guess that's also not one of the best fates you can get. Although being a artillery specialist for the Necropolis is interesting. And yeah, he's kind of the only guy for this town with the ballista, and we can't rebuild it in the blacksmith, so we need to be careful to not lose it. We will actually have the hero speed set normal, and what is good? 50 to 99, that's not a reasonable objective even for a ballista man, especially since he's not double shooting. So I think instead we will go for this campfire, and then we'll probably follow the road, and there is no underground here. So I wonder if my rival is here or if my rival is here. He could also potentially be here, but I don't think. I think the map makers, if they want to make like a symmetrical map, they would put the other player here, or like opposite side. I guess we'll just have to see. So yeah, campfire is the first thing we do. 500 gold. We can build a marketplace from that, but not much else. Skeleton warriors. We could try to do the gnolls, but I don't think we're like ready at level 1 to do that. We could do it, but we would have some like very big casualties. It's not worth it. So, here, very tough fights, and I think we definitely need to take the chest. So now, we could afford, for example, a Clavius. A Clavius would be pretty good, or we could afford a Damacon. I guess Clavius has more skeletons, and skeletons are stronger than troglodytes. We could have some shooters. I think actually Clavius would be better as a first hero. Then we could fight these gnolls with Ranloo, and I think we would even win. There is like a skeleton. It looks like a skeleton dwelling here. That's guarded by some master gremlins. I guess vision is very important, so I guess we will commit to the vision plan. The gold, and maybe we just indulge in buying like a single undead more. Walking Dead. They're more useful than a single skeleton, and the 100 gold is probably, well, could be useful, but I think the first fight is relatively difficult, so we will max out on the army that we can get here. So, with this, we could also check what spell we have here, but yeah, first things first, do we actually leave? Like, I think we leave one great, just in case we would lose it. So, with 50 skeletons and with like the extra troops, I feel much more confident in this fight. So yeah, let us bully these gnolls, 60 gnolls. And yeah, because Ranloo isn't a base game hero, I'm actually not too familiar with how, like the early game with the ballista feels on Necropolis. That'd be pretty interesting. So, maybe we will, well, I guess we'll see if they move forward by themselves or not. I guess we'll block it like this. And I wonder if they will move forward. They do move forward. Perhaps I'll keep our rates like here-ish. Actually, I have a better idea. The ballista does hit pretty reasonably hard. Not too what to do. I guess because the rates of generate, hitting here isn't the worst thing ever. Then one null stack gets lured closer. The other one will wait, but the other one will like kind of stay a little closer, right? Okay, good. He got baited then. And then I guess I wanted to save the raids so the skeleton takes the hit. Okay, so 3 skeletons. So then we also have a choice. I think it makes sense for Ranloo to be the one taking this observatory. And we see a bunch of different things here. Like we see a Boots of Speed, which is in an isolated area, so I think our opponent is actually down here. We see a Shield of Courage. The Basilisk Spits and wood. Oh boy. These Guardians are very tough, but we do see a Roar Pit as well. What we could do... We could try to pick up 100 Master Gremlins, yikes. This is like a very hostile map in the beginning, it seems like. I would like to send the hero down here. Maybe just taking this Roar Pit is fine, but maybe we can snatch a bit of gold and then we could build the marketplace already. Centaurs are pretty tough, the skeletons are pretty tough because we had to fight the churchyard afterwards. I do think Clavius will indulge in taking a bit of gold. Since we can't get the Orb Pit anyway, we might as well not go for it immediately. So then we'll take the Orb, we'll flag the Orb Pit, and we'll take the wood. That would be decent, but I don't think Clavius would be able to reach the sawmill, and unfortunately Ranloo also can't reach the sawmill. So I think we will still go here, because Clavius wouldn't be able to reach it. I kind of wanted 2 extra wood, even if it's not that good. Like, we'll take the sawmill and then we'll go for this gold pile, for this chest, and we'll see if we can beat up some other poor creatures. And of course marketplace is cheap, we can of course build a town hall, but I'm thinking we will get some resources. Oh, and Alkin in the chat saying hi. Hey Alkin, how are you doing? Haven't seen you in a while. Was kind of worried that you had abandoned Heroes 3. But perhaps that's just silly. No one would abandon the best Heroes game. Oh, excuse me, second best Heroes game after Heroes 4, of course. Anyway, we'll snatch the sawmill. Do we want to fight? I guess these fights are like pretty ridiculous, so no, we don't want to fight. And then we can get the chest, a big one. We could build a town hall, that would be like very good actually. Or we could have actually taken the experience because we have a bunch of more and we have a marketplace already. But I think we will indulge in the town hall. We could also buy out Damacon. Would Damacon be fast enough to like reach anything that would give us gold? Like this gold pile? I'd have to go around. Maybe he would. Kind of need like 1,000. I think it's more economical to actually just build a town hall. And then we'll buy out Damacon at the second turn. It's very lucky we start with 2 350 gold heroes. And actually, who is our opponent? Orin. Ooh, so it's actually a pretty cool matchup. The castle against the castle archer guy against the undead ballista guy. The living against the undead. A face-to-face. One face. Well, beautiful actually. And the other one also. So we are evenly matched. Okay, I'm actually very curious with Clavius. What is this shrine? View Earth. I guess he can cast it. So some wood here. Ore pit here. We don't get any more information, but I do think maybe the opponent, because the resources are lacking here, they're probably like down south on the opposite side of us. Could we reach this? We couldn't. Clavius just gonna take that. Then I think it makes sense to buy out Damacon, and just so we can reinforce Fafnir with the book. Spellbook Fafnir. Fafnir with the scholar. I guess it makes sense for Damacon to pick up this gold. And we can tag along Ranloo. actually 6 speed. We should be using the harpies to make fast now. So 1, 2, and 3. And in fact, I'll we can give it back. So now we have a shooter stack. We also have like negative morale. I guess we would like keep faster troops down south so they can fly closer to the ballista. And then we can do like a big fight. A big fight could be these gremlins, but I kind of would like magic arrow for that. I feel like these fights would be rather simple. Like, this fight doesn't give us much, it gives us like a shrine. This fight frees the road, but I feel like this fight is like good, you know? We can get to the shrine, and then we can also do this fight afterwards. Gnolls should not be that tough, and maybe they can convert some troglodytes into skeletons. We could also just have a skeleton converter do the same thing, by the way, 60 again. I wonder if that's intentional or not. And it's good that we didn't miss morale, because we can do that. Or rather, it can happen to us. It's not that we want to miss morale, so... I think we would rather wait for the skeleton to just annihilate. Here we will do this. We will not attack. Accurate shot is cool. So we can move these closer, move these closer or something. Move the skellies. One of them would move in. This 11 stack. I think he would move in anyway, right? Okay, so 1 troglodyte for 3 skeletons. This is a pretty good trade, I would say. Disrupting Ray. It is a spell, of course. Maybe Damacon can go and take the windmill. So these oceans are actually gonna suck. There's many of them, and they're pretty fast. They can reach us immediately. So I think we just kind of have to. But we like bunker up. We can keep it in mind as an option. Where would the skeleton go? The skeleton would. Need to wait for the walking dead. That's not ideal. Not ideal at all. I guess maybe we could just defend on turn 1. And then of course just gonna go and hit the troglodyte, but the skeleton is next to him. We lost all the harpies, which isn't great. It's the opposite of great actually, so this. Now it's basically just my brawling skill. Put the skeleton to block that. Less intentional. I think it could be good. Well, kind of backfired a little bit. I think we will get rid of the troglodytes willingly. So, interference or necromancy. We'll take necromancy here. It's more useful. So now our army is like, well, we have less stacks basically. That's that. And then we will take the campfire. So we would have 1,000 gold, so we can actually build stuff. And interference again. Ranloo wants to interfere with the Orin, but I don't think Orin is gonna have that much going on. And yeah, we do see a windmill. We could also cast haste. Oh wait, is this another town? Dark Cloud. I think we might have to go and try to take the second town. I wonder if the AI already has done that. No, they haven't. And then here, I do think blacksmith makes sense. We keep finding gold objectives here and there nearby. So perhaps we could upgrade into a town hall. So, a factory hero, who could that be? Morton. Oh, ballista. Somebody who's interested in the ballista as well. It's pretty interesting. Disrupting Ray, then Damacon, and this, and this. Offensive leadership. Well, mostly we have undead, so leadership is not going to do anything. And then I guess we could take crystal. So we have a bit of a dilemma. Do we go for this extra mana? It enables us to cast 2 more hastes in this fight, which I think are useful casts. Or we could actually snatch... Okay, protection from water. If it was something else like slow or shield or even stone skin or magic arrow, it'd be great. So, let's hope that the map doesn't troll us and give us like an impossible to beat fight early on. Actually, we would take... and go here and we would take the ore. Then we get to like scout a little bit, so Black Tower also guarded. Oh yeah, these orcs. So this map is like medium, but like medium or like normal difficulty. In hota apparently means tough guardians everywhere. Okay, 10, 30 and 35, so not too big of a garrison. No. Decent shot. I wonder if we should haste. I guess we should. Haste up immediately, then we might try to hit the skeletons. And I actually think it's good if the raids try to like, if both of them move here, because then we can go back. Also here. We get to move twice in a row basically. So I think moving our skeletons forward and back is fine. Walking Dead survives. The raid should survive. Okay, good, they do good. But then I guess we'll help these raids. And then I guess we'll still help these. Okay, they can finish off, that's pretty good. 83. Or raids get to move before their skeletons, so that's fine. That means we can evacuate them to safety. Walking Dead's not gonna do too much. Yeah, we don't get to... I guess what we can do... How do I need... I think I need to like... haste up a random 1 stack of a skeleton. And then I can haste up the big stack. Right? And we kind of want to... I guess we want to soften up the biggest guy. Kind of sucks, but yeah, we kind of need to let them hit us a little bit. And then our skeleton is ready to hit the biggest stack. Okay, cool. And then I think we should hit the biggest stack. Yes. Maybe could have saved the Walking Deads there. Anyway, better than auto-resolve, but we did use some mana. And I think double shooting ballista is much needed. So, a second Necro town, where we could either neglect it or we could upgrade the economy immediately. I guess economy immediately is pretty cool. Yeah, now we have 2 towns, so that's more than the opponent. So, but the AI gets pretty crazy bonuses. I think what we could do, if I'm not mistaken, movement point wise, I could just stand here. I would have pretty decent movement points. Hold it, maybe even... I have 17. I was thinking maybe we can exchange, but no. Then we could start the next turn on the magic wall, repellential mana, and we could think about the next objective. Perhaps since we're making more than 2000 gold, we could buy a mage guild in the second town. Then, if we get magic arrows, we would be very equipped to deal with these halflings, so we would have the water wheel accessible. Then we could try to clear... Well, these gremlins, there's like 100 of them, that's like super nasty. Maybe we could... No, that's also not good. There's very many difficult fights. I guess Damacon wants to explore, because yeah, things like these could happen, where we can find more treasures. Yeah, Wizardman. Do we want to take the chest with him? I think we have to build 2 towns, so yeah, we will do it. Horde, and maybe Damacon can like scout a little bit here. Ooh, Helm of Family Lightman, that's like pretty cool. and that's their sawmill, so we don't get to see too much. Obvious. It's not like we will have many stats, so I don't think that's too relevant. Magic well. Okay, I do think we'll build a magic guild here, because we already have a book and magic arrow has appeared, and actually all the spells here are unique to us, so that's amazing. Could Clavius reach? Yeah, Clavius can reach this, and we can give the army away. Ranloo. Ranloo's path here would be through here, so this is good. Do we buy something else? I guess we could spend 1,200 gold, or up to 1,200 gold. So maybe this? And 6 walking deads. They kind of seem like a waste of money now, but... yeah, they do seem like a waste of money. I have a better idea. We could like trade. Oh, we don't have a second marketplace. Okay. I was thinking long and hard about it, but in the end, I think the simplest answer is the correct one. The simplest answer being we just like... I mean, yeah, we make 1 stacks. Pretty sad, but this is kind of like... We're just gonna be, you know, spamming magic arrows. Oh, hold up. This man does not have magic arrows because he hasn't visited the town. Never mind. I rallied, but not the spells. Anyway, let's blast these halflings. And 2, 3 extra movement points. 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess we could reach it in 2 turns, or we could get the halflings to like maybe less big in quantities. So we either chill back or we go move forward. I think we would choose the pathway to chill back, except with like the 1 stacks. And we have the double shooting ballista, so that's also good. But then do this, do that. Now I think the raids could start moving in. Okay. Pretty decent. I guess we now only have necro troops. Oh yeah, wait, this only gives 500, so I'm very happy I didn't actually buy out the thing. So, the problem here is we have 2 towns. Probably the AI will also have 2 towns. They get extreme economy bonuses, but at the same time we need units. We don't have that much economy. We don't have that much, like, anything. And we would need to break 50 Orc Chieftains, which is actually pretty difficult, to get some artifacts. So I do think actually going for 2 city halls is going to be the correct call in the early game. Then maybe our strategy afterwards should be to get to level 3 and then try to get like animate then, which once again we have the sulfur, we have the, well, we will have the sulfur, we have the crystal already, we don't have the mercury, and we don't have the gems, so we need to kind of get lucky here. So crystal we can get there. And I think Ranloo once again. Now this is not gonna pay off movement point wise. I think maybe he'll just sit on the magic well. All of the rest of these fights are pretty difficult. So we will need to like get a bit more XP on him somehow. I guess next thing we might fight would be these crewmates or these skeletons, maybe these goblins. There's like some options. The centaurs seem pretty unreasonable because they could have the big stack. If they only have like 3 stacks, the upgraded centaur stack has 10 hit points instead of 8. Even 8 hit points is pretty extreme, to be honest. So yeah, we will do this. Just kind of wait. I guess I could also restore my mana indoors, but no man fighting. I don't think we'll flag the Walking Dead dwelling immediately in week 1. I think that's a bit unreasonable. So yeah. We can't really see too much. Well, Damacon and the Clavius don't actually have too much to do. I guess Damacon, we could park him here for the next week's beginning. And in a similar fashion, Clavius, I guess he can be making our main hero fast. So something like this makes some sense. So are we actually fighting and actually giving magic? I think the crewmates could actually level us up a little bit. Like to the next level, and then we could check the size of the treasury. I think this is a reasonable fight. More reasonable than the goblins, to be fair. And even maybe more reasonable than the skeletons. Okay, 45 of them. Quite a large number. So yeah, this map is like pretty hostile with the amount of enemies we keep seeing. Actually, maybe see this. We should be using this log somehow. To our advantage if we can. And yeah, I think this is not a haste fight. So how do we use the log to our advantage? And I don't mean the logarithmic function. I think, okay, let's get less stacks down. Okay, they do attack the ballista, which is pretty fine. Are they affected by curse a lot? No, not much. So I do think this would be correct. I don't think they can retaliate and kill. Yeah, good. Then the 12 stack would hit our skeleton no matter what, so we should try to do this and this to mitigate the damage. Can one of these reach? Yeah, the one stack can reach. And then actually we can spend mana and end this fight. Okay, cool. Okay, now the artillery is even stronger, or we could try to get mass haste. Mass haste with the undeads is pretty interesting because they can reach. Well, yeah, expert haste like gives 5 speed, and usually that's enough, even for like, I think not for the walking deads, but for everyone else. You can kind of reach the battlefield in like 2 turns. Is that good? There's some shooter units. That's kind of good, but at the same time we could also stick back and just blast stuff with the... I think actually because we have the knowledge level up, we'll take the air magic. Once again, we would have to go here to visit the magic well. Can we reach this town? We cannot. Not reach this town. So yeah, this magic well... Pretty sad, but yeah, that's kind of the optimal thing, just chilling here. Clavius would be able, actually Clavius would be able to give us some reinforcements, right, if we really need to. And then what do we do here? We probably build a marketplace, and I do know that day 7 is approaching quickly. City Hall now, City Hall then next turn. What if we sell a bunch of things? Like 1,000, 2,000, I don't think it's worthwhile. Selling the few resources that we do have. Would liches be worthwhile? We could only get one of them. What would we do here? We would probably fight the goblins next. Maybe check out the treasury. We could check out the treasury with the Clavius as well. It's kind of weird because, like, in the next week we're only gonna have skeletons if I don't build anything. I think we could go for, like, raids. Like, raids and then beat these Orc Chieftains. Or no. Maybe Skeleton Transformer, actually called up Skeleton Transformer, Earth and Graves. Some estates, Vampire Lords, but then we don't have the gems. Vampire Lords, even on small quantities, could beat a bunch of these shooter stacks. Vampire Lords could beat, like 8 Vampire Lords could probably beat the Lizardmen. Especially with magic support if we have, like, haste. But then once again, we don't really have the gems at all. Like, we don't see any gems. 3 windmills is kind of interesting, but that's not gonna do it. This is interesting because we would get like a lot of them, 14 raids, plus we would get some from the new week. We already have like, what, 7, so that we could have like 30 raids, especially with haste, they can reach things in 2 turns. but they're not a good damage dealing stack. I think we kind of have to stick with skeletons, but I think we will actually opt for the economy option, so not actually building anything. It kind of feels scuffed, but I feel like that's the way forward. The opponent should have they don't have the second town yet. They still don't have the second town. Okay. Probably. Okay, well, we can afford. I don't want to buy the Walking Deads. I can afford a few other things. So here, Flavius can check the Dwarven treasury size. It's 50 to 90. The smallest one is like 50, actually, because 5 stacks of 10, there's an option that there's 15, but there's not an option that there's 20. 15 per stack without the ballista is actually pretty dangerous at the moment, in my opinion. So we will not be doing that. These are dangerous. I guess the skeletons are actually less dangerous than the goblins, but more of them. Actually, I think we will go for the safer option. The necklace doesn't give us much, and like we don't need the money ASAP either. So yeah, Ranloo is just gonna ballista down these skeletons and hopefully we'll get more skeletons in return. I can't imagine actually if I chose any other necro hero that this would be like easier. And it's like pretty difficult. This would be like another map where we'd be stuck for like a longer time without being able to do anything. I think this would be fine. Oh, we didn't get the hit. It's like very fine. And yeah, this stack is the one that we'll be doing the hitting. Afterwards, I want to make like a small defensive thing here. Get 7 of them down. In fact, that's pretty cool because just get to sit here and just pelt them again with the ballista. Then they get to move. We will lose the skeleton. Do we want to conserve the mana? If we conserve the mana, we can maybe attack the goblins. Like basically immediately afterwards, and then here we can just double shoot. Okay, yeah, we got some skeletons. And is it worthwhile to fight these gremlins? I don't think it is yet. But then again, actually this is like a high value thing, right? We would have 300, we would have like... Yeah, I think 140, wait. Could you reach? Oh yeah, you could reach. It kind of sucks, but at the same time... Okay, we have 7 magic arrows. Watch this be death. And the AI doesn't like this fight at all. I think the skeletons are gonna get the... Oh, they don't? Oh, actually, hold it. In that case... yeah, that's pretty interesting. So, try to just blast them. Do remember they also only have 8 shots. There as well, it's cool. Getting this guy to not be as strong is pretty decent. And this kinda sucks, but getting the skeletons, it's like extra skeletons in both towns, plus... Ooh, okay, cool. Maybe we should leave them on low health. If we can, help that. Because then they want to shoot the ballista. The fight has a pretty interesting sound, all things considered. Okay, we don't have any more spells we can sling. You fools, you ran out of ammo. So yeah, this fight, a bit nasty, but... Oh, and actually we can get this with Ranloo. But I think we will get this with Damacon instead, because we won't take the skeletons just yet. And where would we be going next? What would be the next reasonable fight? I think the next reasonable fight would be these goblins. And I don't think we would... Yeah, I think we would just chill in the town for a turn anyway, right? So we would supply Ranloo with two, you know, double stacks, basically 24 skeletons. Clavius would go for the windmill, he would go for the water wheel. And then... I guess Ranloo would chill, wait for the mana replenishment. Maybe even pack it, get the spell just in case. Then maybe do these skeleton warriors because they're basically the same troops that we have, so they shouldn't be too difficult. And yeah, that can day 7, but I still feel that the correct play to make here is to build a city hall. Is it the correct play to build like a blacksmith maybe? We would be making 3.7k gold. Probably, well actually we could get an extra 1000. So if we commit to the blacksmith in this turn and the next turn, we're replenishing mana anyway, right? Crystals are kind of needed, ore is also kind of needed. How much would we need to sell to get like 1000? Well, a little bit. It kind of sucks, but yeah, I think we will. Trying to do this, so 5, and then I think 1 piece of wood, so blacksmith it is. Okay, Sentinel Automaton growth. Anyway, they still have only 1 town. I wonder if this map is a secret isometrical. Okay, or that's not good because ore is like a resource we can generate anyway. That's like very sad. Claudius also can't do much. He technically has magic arrows which spend, but like doesn't make sense. Anyway, we can go and try to pick up the pendant of a free will. 24 skeletons. I guess it's better to like do it like this. In fact, hold up, I will make you faster without spending a single cent. And I guess we would take the pendant and try to literally deliver it. Ranloo will have the movement points to pick up the spell. He has enough movement points to reach the town, and as I said, we can actually trade a little bit, so... This, and I think we need to sell ore. Ore is like the least useful resource. And of course then we can build a city hall here, so... Then we have, oh actually 2 Necropolis heroes. Septienna who can teach Death Ripple to everybody, and Moandor who... Well, actually because of the Learning Stone maybe could roll into something interesting. Maybe could be a secondary hero, so... Pretty decent options. I think we would buy out Septienna next turn, because Death Ripple is a very interesting thing, especially with... Maybe even actually we could teach... We could sacrifice her to like Death Ripple a few times on some targets. And then we can Death Ripple with like some raids on the Lizardmen. Actually, Death Ripple on Ballistas is pretty good because the Ballista is not counted as a troop. So they're still gonna split based on just the units we have. So we can actually do these fights with Death Ripple if we have the spell power and knowledge to do so. What spells did we once again get here? Okay, we got the shield. We have short shield and stone skin, right? Yeah, we don't have slow, but we have haste. We also have all the fire spells, so that's interesting. Maybe if fire magic comes up, it's a thing we could think about. Okay, so Damacon. Dama of the Con. So this is gonna do this. Not much purpose for him. He's just good with 350 gold. His purpose is to exist. Okay, then Damacon is having a similar identity crisis where his purpose is to exist. I guess we will still give the artifact away because we don't have an artifact merchant or anything silly like that. So then, actually, what is the next best thing we can do? We could try to like Death Ripple the goblins and then head back here. This doesn't necessarily give us much, but it gives us like a turn to like wait for things. We are also relatively close to leveling up, so I think the best thing indeed is Septienna. That's number 1. Then maybe because we can convert these enemies into skeletons. Maybe it's just double Necro Amplifier. It's kind of like troops in an unconventional way. right? And then I think we would also like just take the Walking Deads. So, this. Also because she has a Scholar, is pretty fine with just giving stuff away. It's not necro ground, it's not like dirt terrain. So yeah, this would be fine because we can also check the imp cache size. I think this fight would even be pretty easy. So, actually I want to check the damage if we're dealing on the Death Ripple 25. That would be like 5 of each. So 30 damage. So yeah, much more effective than the Magic Arrow at the moment. However, I don't think we need to do this. I don't think we actually need to spend any mana. I think in an imp cache, Death Rippling would also be like a high tier move at the moment. Oops. A little bit nasty that he did that, but actually the morale might be helping us. Then we kind of want to bunker the skeletons. Sure. Then I'm fine with these hitting the skeletons, right? Yeah. Can take a big retaliation. This doesn't block the skellies, cool. Actually, the fact that there's also 2 stack is pretty decent. Then we get the raids to move. Do we hit here and risk losing one? Yeah, sure. Well, then the morale. Anyway, wisdom would be needed for, like, animate dead. However, I think both getting a triple shoot, well, not triple shooting, you know what I mean. The picture has 3 shots and the triple shooting ballista would be cool though. But to be fair, like we will level up another one. Yeah. This kind of guarantees that we have that option available for the rest of the game. It's not like detrimental to take that. So Septienna will take this and we'll really hope for the spell power knowledge level up. It's a spell power level up. That's really good. That means she can actually try to death ripple and soften something up. We would be losing our Scholar hero, but it's better than losing a 350 gold hero. But then we can buy a Moandor here maybe. Okay, so this we can check the size. 100. It doesn't tell us anything more. This apparently is an Oak 3 hex, so we can't really check it. Well, there's no familiar stack, so what am I even rambling about anyway? I do think 1 stack, 1, 2, actually maybe no. 1, 2, slot number 3, 4. And yeah, Death Ripples should be good in this fight. Actually, 1 haste would be amazing in this fight. Because we could just hit them in the beginning. Then probably we kind of want to split them up a little bit. Okay, they can't reach here. I need to death triple. Maybe now it's like more efficient. This is like 10. I mean, yeah, we need to get down just 1 stack. I think one... it's gonna be this stack that is gonna be approaching us next. Wait, so then... oops. Anyway. I messed it up a little bit, I think. Yeah, should magic that are one of these 2 stacks. Instead, they do need 3 haste, because otherwise we would not be moving first. Then... Maybe we can just, like, fight a bit. Yeah, we would have a magic arrow here. There we go, only 10 left. It would be a bit better. So 33 skeletons. We're actually using the necromancy to its, like, full power because of the necroamps, which is pretty cool to see. So yeah, how much necromancy do we have? We have 15 plus 25% necromancy. So 1 in 4 troops that dies becomes a skeleton, which is pretty cool. We also got the gold here. I almost want to do this. Like, when I say almost, I actually want to do this. So, what if we buy Moandor in this very same turn? Then, he can do a few things, which is number one, exchanging the... giving his slow, actually, to Septienna, which is like a high tier move. Getting a level up so we can see if he... well... This intelligence... doesn't actually get him... well, he could level up into it again. Damn you, Moandor, I wanted to get more knowledge. He's like... pretty useless at the moment, so I guess he would be like a sacrificial death ripple man who would just ripple once. What would he be rippling though? Centaurs. What benefits most from, what is it, 20 damage? 20 damage is like 2 of each, or 1 of each, or 2 of each. I guess 1 Wraith and we would send him here, because the artifact here, the helmet will enable some fights. So I guess we're sending him there, giving Septienna the troops. And yeah, we can't make him any better, so... bit of a shame. He used his usefulness up and... wait, Magogs would actually be faster. Hold on. We need to account for one specific scenario. We can do that in the next turn though. Yeah, we don't know if they have an upstack or not. Zalair could technically give us forgetfulness. Bristle we already have haste, so that's not interesting. So I will actually account for that scenario in a very... actually, we just need to raid some, maybe. We need to hope that if they have a Magog stack, that the Magog stack does not morale, essentially. Yeah, and that's basically it. There's nothing else. So no, they don't have a Magog stack. We death ripple, and then sadly, Moandor, he just takes 2 for 6, which was reasonable casualties. Or reasonable damage for the opponent, I guess. Also deliver more troops. Delivering more troops is kind of good because at the moment we don't really have much. We could build like for more skeletons. I guess that makes sense in some way. Build for more skeletons. I guess we want the hit points, but yeah. This, so we can build a skeleton transformer into the unearthed graves. Same thing here. Skeletons are gonna be our biggest stack by far. Just in case, I'll leave one raid for Flavius. Maybe he can use the extra movement points just by pure accident. And then yeah, we can do this. Here, have these. So now we actually also have slow in our book. Our spellbook is being filled up, which is good. So what do we have here? We have 175 skeletons. That is no joke, actually. We'll get even more. 180 skeletons. We could convert the Walking Deads, but I feel like they're kind of useful at the moment. I actually don't want to lose the raids, so we'll like leave them behind, and I don't mind about the Walking Deads being lost. So I think this... well, actually, let's fight the more difficult fight first. In that case, we do need Skeleton 1 stacks. So, this will give us the windmill. Windmill will tell us if we have some new options, like maybe a level 2 mage guild because of getting gems or not. But yeah, getting this done, then I think we would level up with him, right? 1000 XP, well, did we get 1000 is a quite question. But anyway, if we can't do the churchyard, but I think we can do the churchyard because we're gonna have a billion skeletons. We can do the churchyard, then we can go and do the dwarven treasury. We can go and get the helmet, and we can basically do all the fights here. Then we would all be ready for the next turn. I don't like this fight though. The interference artifacts are not that important for us at the moment. Does the opponent have... they don't have 2 towns yet, so maybe this map is not symmetrical as I thought it is. But yeah, let's do this. Man, we won't have enough movement points to go back. Unless, hold up, unless maybe it's like Septienna messing up the pattern. Okay, fine. We'll fight this fight first and we'll see what happens. Okay, only 3 stacks. Maybe should have been expected. Not ideal. This is still better. Well, this guy can't really reach anything. I guess we should shoot the second stack, just in case. Okay, they kind of peg it out, which is pretty good. I guess next we'll still do this. That. I wonder if the Walking Dead... Actually, we kind of need to body block a little bit, I think. This will be good. And then actually... Yeah, ooh. Very smooth fight at the moment. I think even... This... Wait, let's shoot. Hit. Okay, I'm happy about that fight. Air magic, more skeletons. Now... Yeah, we can't reach back to the town immediately. So I guess there's no harm done in taking the it's of course the one that is sourced that like isn't this, like you can't get the wood in the windmills, but you can get ore or you can get the magical resources, and ore is kind of the low roll because we number one we have the ore pit, but also it's less valuable to trade, so it's just like less good in general. That's such a shame. Keep getting ore. Okay, then here, one haste is gonna be like a great, very useful. I can just like hit, and then he can't reach, so I can hit again. Then the ballista can. Okay, cool. Complete skeletons. Do we do this without mana? If we do this without mana, we will have more casualties. So actually, no, let's not do this without mana. Then Damacon is very happy to give us a harpy for extra speed, which we can't really use, which is also a thing. Septienna. Oh, actually, we could have gotten. Hold up. We could have had this chest for this whole time in the game. Didn't tell me. Yeah. Pretty sad stuff. I didn't notice it either. I thought it's gonna be. By the way, 2 out of 3 for the necro artifacts. These magi are pretty difficult, so I'm not really looking at them as like a doable fight at the moment. So anyway, Ranloo is gonna take this just in case it's a big chest. It's not a big chest. Still, once we do the treasury, we would. But maybe we just commit to like having a capital or having one city being built up more than the other. Yeah, gold is good, either way. Then we will chill here with the Harpy Hag. And yeah, as I said, we would be building, let's say, Unearthed Graves. That's like a decent build. I guess the Citadel is better than here. I mean, yeah, Citadel is fine. So not like this is gonna be the town which we're gonna build up more. I like the fact that they're almost identical, basically, besides that one change that we did. Clavius, sit indoors. And yeah, we don't really have much to do with Septienna. She can just chill at the moment. I wonder if getting like a blacksmith, I mean a tent, would be good, but no, we don't have any big creatures, so probably not. So yeah, Ranloo can clear this on day 5. So then we do this, except also you take the rates. Then we probably want to get the skeletons though. Maybe we, no, upgrading. No. We just haste up, but we need a troop that's faster than the zombies. Okay, maybe the harpy in the fight. You could miss morale. I guess one raid would be fine for that purpose. Do we want the zombies or not? I guess we will have to buy out the raids in this turn if we are going for the triple strategy. So I don't think they're gonna be that useful in the fight though. Then here, what do we build in the second town? Actually, the second town could also build. more rates. Then we would of course have to buy them out here. Here, I guess we would take these. So let's see if we booked or not. So slot number 1. Which slot moves first for the Walking Deads and the Churchyard actually, or the zombies? Is it the bottom left? I think it's maybe the bottom left. I don't want the race to be hit basically. Yeah, this is fine. So let's just go in. Let's see it. We get decent casualties. Okay, we actually get to move first. Yeah, they're speed 4. I thought they're speed 5 for some reason, but okay. So this, then the first one to get to move is up here. Can I keep the Wraith alive or not? Probably no. Still. Actually, you know what? We kind of need to take out multiple stacks at the same turn, so getting hit in the skeleton here would be decent. Okay, then this Walking Dead, the retaliation is fine. Then maybe we can split those two up. Yeah, would be decent. I don't really want to stand that for extra mana regeneration. So this, defend. 4 speed. It still have 4 speed, right? But they waited first, so I guess we just chop them up. Okay, now wisdom or sorcery. Sorcery. Well, actually, sorcery would be good for the death ripple, but it's like very little damage. We do have the like spell power item, like in the vision, the Titan's armor, so that could be like very good together with the sorcery. But then we're kind of like messing up the air magic, maybe even high. I think I will take it. The map is limited towards of the Legion, 4th level units, so I guess the game is telling me go for vamps next. So here we have an option. I guess we're kind of strong enough in my mind. A magic wall. So what we want to do is we want to take away this from Damacon. Damacon is being chilling in the town now. And then we, whoops, the Septienna, you have tag. Man here. Oh, and actually I wanted to give away, so anyway. This is gonna be the main town because it already built a citadel. And we're just gonna build a vampire dwelling here. Ranloo is gonna be going to attack that. I don't think we're gonna take these like vampires immediately in the fray, but I do think maybe we could get these raids from over here. So then of course, because we got the vampire, then we can do this. We also build that vampire dwelling here. Does that give us something? It gives us more vampires in the next week, which is also pretty decent. Yeah, I don't think 8 vampires are gonna be that useful immediately, but vampire lords, especially if we can get some gems. I guess a state and citadel would be what we're building here. We already have the, you know, rest of the recipe essentially. We have the crystal to upgrade them. I guess can go back in. Then Septienna needs to not stand in Ranloo's way. Okay, so this is the path he's chosen. Raids. Do raids help in this fight? I kinda don't. I kinda want to slow in like convertible troops. Like convertible into skeletons, that is. A dwarf bullying time. Do we even need to haste up is the question. We probably do. Or we could try or luck in the RNG roulette. Guess we kind of want to pull them aside. So they split a little bit. Actually, this, so we should. And then, well, they could morale, but I don't think that's that great of a risk. So, I will probably be replenishing my mana, so I might as well. And I lost one where we didn't need to. Hold up, wait. Kind of annoying, hold up. Okay, thankfully we didn't morale, and then just slice and dice. With some skeletons, cool stuff indeed. Then, we could actually fight these raids before, well... Raids could also be fought after we get, like, this helmet. I think that's also pretty decent, so anyway. You get one harpy because that's funnily enough our fastest unit at the moment. Still to this day, at this time. Then I almost wonder if it's better to go... No, it's probably better to, like, just go in and death ripple. Are you close to level up? Yeah, you are close to level up, so maybe we can beat the normal... Actually beat the raids, then get the mana. But they're faster than us, they're gonna suck all their mana out. That's something I don't like happening. Anyway, so... this. We actually have decent income. We almost have 5k because of the 2 gold heroes. So here, I was gonna build a castle, but I realized we do have a sawmill. It's just like we used it all on, I guess, estates. I guess we will build the unearthed grave here because it's not that bad. A castle would have been better. A citadel here would be good. Ooh, maybe a resource silo is decent as a choice now. Okay, anyway, this will be good if it happens. Then here I think we need to take the entire army. I think we will be hasting our main skeleton stack, basically. And yeah, we basically, the more objectives we can get in this turn with Ranloo, the better, because it's day 7. And we rip all our mana, essentially. I kind of want them to hit me, because we haven't taken the retaliation yet, so this would be decent. Another stack would disappear immediately afterwards. Then, I kind of have to shoot the one down here. And actually, it's good that the Walking Dead have the range. So then I think... Well, yeah, if we slow down one, these can reach anywhere, right? Okay, 5 man is left, or will be left rather. How do we position so we can get them? I guess we can't. Curse you for sucking out all my mana. I wanted mana for more fights, because it will be useful. So, we'll take the wisdom. Luck is interesting, but not that interesting. Then 273 skeletons, so the world is in order. Which is pretty good. So yeah, then I guess we do these pikemen, we do these nomads. And that's gonna be the turn. Oh, hold up, wait, was there a ring for hit points? I think I maybe could have picked up the ring first. Also, like, what is this quantity? 140 pikemen? Pretty hardcore for week 2. Like, really absurd quantities. But I guess I didn't want the maps to be too easy, you know? Okay, so do this. Then, we need to take a retaliation. We can try to, like, smash with the skelly stack. Okay, good. I want to keep the raids alive, so 15 minus. Oh yeah, and we definitely have the health ring. So, Clavius, get here. We need your help. We need to pick up all the items. This chest is interesting because I kind of want to deliver it to Ranloo because I feel like he could. Like, gold is less valuable than experience at the moment, which is a thing that doesn't happen too often. And yeah, definitely should have taken these beforehand, because now we're just like... We could have saved some skeletons because they would have had more health. So do this. Do this. We do have a pretty fine necro game though. Ballista and skeletons, what an unusual combination. And nomads. Okay, then skeletons go into the corner. I guess we want to do this. So, first stack is going to take the hardest there. Okay, then, I think I can go for the 16 stack, and I think, okay, this guy's just getting blocked. Here, I think what we do is we shoot this one. The skeleton should, yeah, hit all pretty decently. Then here, good question, what do we do? I guess we don't hit with the Walking Dead, we just try to high roll and we do 12 skeletons. Then we can get these Walking Deads, or rather, we can flag their dwelling. Then Septienna is very happy to give us troops, and then she'll be able to take this. Okay, so now, this is like good enough, right? More units or more resources? We can only get more units once a week, so I think it should be more units. And now let's actually hope that one of the windmills is generous enough to give us some more, so we can build a research silo. Yeah, that would be good. So, do you have 2 towns? Orin is still, like, not doing much. Yeah, I'm afraid that it's gonna be like, I'm going to be going, you know, with, like, 1,000 skeletons in his base, and he's gonna be like, oh, I got my second town, now I can start playing the game. And Ranloo is just, you know, gonna teleport 1,000 skeletons in his face and hit him once, and that's gonna be the game. Interesting map, kinda fitting to play Sandro. Would be fitting to play Sandro, yeah, perhaps. Okay, we have some gold. Week of the Squirrel, that's not undead. Vokiel, the Vampire Man, with another ballista, or Lore Lady, the Harpy Lady. She heard that we have 1 Harpy and she thinks we need more because of that. Okay, so, everyone else here can be useful. Damacon. Oh yeah, we got some more, that's pretty good actually. Ironically, but also unironically. Are you close to level up? If I get the chest for 1500, no, I wouldn't level up. So we can kind of ignore the chest at the moment. Then I think we would go for the raids. Oh gosh, there's like a billion of these. Go with the raids and just try to like death ripple. Well, would we? Yeah, we would go with the raids, but we would try to death ripple like the Gogs first, because I think that's like a more reasonable objective. Because like, I mean, hasting with +5 speed. All the big calculations. The battlefield is 12 in size. We could reach in 2 turns. Maybe we just like upgrade a skeleton. Well, we don't even need to upgrade, but that's just gonna be like a lot of stacks. I feel like there's too many of them to death ripple efficiently with like what we have. So we're just gonna not have the death ripple. I could also buy like a hero here. What can we build? Okay, look. One of the towns, I think the main town, is gonna have to be like, hey, research silo time. Then we can't afford another hero. Buy this and still attempt that or not buy that. We can buy more troops. Having more troops is pretty decent. So I think Damacon would just... Why is he... I wasn't focusing for 2 seconds and I'm like, I clicked in cache. I'm like, this is the skeleton dwelling. That's where we can get our skeletons. I think actually the windmill will be fine. This would actually give us more. Do we want to make Ranloo a bit faster at the end of the turn, or do we want to get like maybe a second hero immediately? Or maybe, well... Once again, lower layer Vokiel. Vokiel, I mean, technically he already gives troops immediately. We could, well, the dragon... The black tower is not gonna give us troops. Okay, look. This is pretty good because Vokiel can tag. Septienna, and Septienna can... Did we get any new spells? No, we didn't. Just do this. I don't think the Walking Dead are that relevant anymore. I think we would just be doing something like this. I don't want the... I hope the raids don't get focused though. And yeah, this is just gonna be like haste up the skeleton. Let the fight. Ooh, my ghost. Yeah, this is why I didn't want to put these two together. Okay, then... They're still gonna shoot me, they're still gonna shoot the big stack. Okay, then we would have 9 speed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, we can actually do that. We can reach the... Magogo. Magogo, Magaga. Actually wonder if Stone Skin would have been a better cast or not. I don't know if at the rates or like defend with them. Nasty Magog shot there in the beginning. And here I want the raids to be safe as well. Well, actually in that case, just like give me these. So, Red Dragon. How does a Red Dragon feel like? 9 skeletons. I wonder if I can figure out how to do less. I mean, like, take less casualties, do less, be more lazy. That is a mantra for life. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll attempt it, you know. What if it works? Damn, I messed up already. Anyway, maybe he'll... Because he needs to fly in, right? 1 and 2. And by defending... Okay, look, tell me how did you achieve AI? I feel like that was a scam. Hold up. Let me try that again. This time without the scam. I feel like this should achieve... Aha. I learned how to do it. In Exhausted Lumber card, actually surprisingly relevant. Because we did build a research cellar, we do have some wood as well. I feel like we can actually fight these next. It's going to be very relevant. Actually, you are left with the harpy. I don't think we can reach Ranloo. Try him again. Gonna be a bit slower than he has to be. And yeah, we can't really build anything. We could get the rate upgrade, because it's gonna be relevant in the future. Like, they're gonna be able to outspeed some things. And also, I mean, sure, you know what, it's not like we can spend our money better anywhere else. And we have plenty of like mercury. It's not like we're gonna be like short on mercury anytime soon, you know? Oh, Novasol is here. I like the titles, X and Y. I'm gonna make a map called The Bad Romance and I will name the hero Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga in Bad Romance, oh no. So you will be forced to write Lady Gaga in Bad Romance. Don't forget the little thumbnail sign she does in the thumbnail. Oh, Illuminati sign. Nova Soul is abusing my naming. I've been wanting to play more games, and for that I've been wanting to move to a new PC, which is happening, but I just kind of like need to do a test stream on the new PC. I am... for the last week was actually, or like this week I guess. This week I lived in my own apartment for 4 days, so even if I live the rest of today and tomorrow, all of tomorrow, which I know that's not gonna happen, in my old apartment, in my parents' apartment, this is gonna be the first week where I will have lived more days in my own apartment. So that's like an achievement, I guess. But yes, there's still a lot of things missing. Every day I'm like setting something up, but it's like just like a software and I'm testing it and I'm like, oh, I should have probably brought things in a USB or uploaded them to a Google Drive. Anyway, okay, I have these in Ranloo just in case they have mentioned or will make more stacks. So, do you have 2 towns? You don't have 2 towns. What is happening with the AI? I am so confused by that. Did they just not get 2 towns? Were you supposed to play red in this map to have a difficulty? Then, okay, obvious. Nope, oh, somebody visited, that would be cool. So, this, yeah, Democon can go here. Clavius can go here. Clavius can sit in the town and not be bothered. Be in his own lane. So actually, because I wanted the raids, I kind of want... Okay, the skeletons just can stay like that, like they are. Right? Then, basically, right? I guess maybe we can convert these into skeletons as well at the moment, because they're not going to be useful. The zombies are not going to be useful in this fight, they're not going to be useful in this fight. They're not going to be useful in this fight. They're not going to be useful in this fight. They're not going to be useful in this fight. They're probably not going to be useful in this fight. They might be useful in this fight. Not useful here, not useful here, not useful. Maybe against the Nexus, maybe like in the mansion. But no, I think the Age of the Walking Dead is over. And yeah, we can upgrade the rates, and we still don't have. I guess yeah, it's time to like upgrade basically. Also upgrade these, so don't forget. I was like, where's my big stack? Big stack isn't here yet. So rates reach on the other side. The heroes here can also. I guess we could even spare one for the Damacon anyway. We don't have gems yet, so the Vampire Dream kind of like is left undone. And we will get 2000 gold, but that's not going to be enough to buy anything in this turn. Anything relevant at this, so upgrade these into skeletons. Oh, actually, I guess we should do this, so boom boom. Okay, now I do think, I wonder, this is just gonna enable me to like paste a little bit faster, right? I guess maybe the stack itself can block one stack, so like, oh, there's only one stack anyway. If we get the extra 5 speed, if we had them here, this would be 12, right? 7, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, aha. So the battlefield is 14 hexes wide, so that doesn't actually help us much. So basically, the only thing we can do, you know what? Don't shoot my rates, okay, cool. Don't shoot my rates. Then these could be... Don't tell me I made a mistake though. 5 extra movement speed. I made a mistake. Hold up, one, wait. Damn it, they can't reach in the next turn if I haste up. This has been like horrible. Or, no, they can't. Yeah, they need extra 6 speed. I don't approve of that at all. Brother, could you not? My own failure. I should have just been simple and just hasted the skeleton. That would have been the correct play and also would cost less mana. He doesn't even one-shot anyway, so 34. Okay. Exporter magical interference. We already have 2 interference artifacts, so no thank you. And actually we can get to the cool guys haste for everybody. So now we don't have to make choices like that anymore. So I think we will dig this out with Ranloo because we want the shield immediately. And then, okay, you know what? We put these in a single stack. We're gonna put these in 1 stacks. Like the lizards. And actually, hold up. I think we can even take the skull helmet. Do this. Warehouse of gold. Do we need to take the warehouse of gold immediately or not? Great question. I heard the salt and pepper shakers. Yeah, the curse. How old is Guest 273? Guest is... Wait, I just became 29, like 3 weeks ago. Jokes aside, the amount of cult iconography in the mainstream pop music is gut-churning. Cult iconography? What do you mean? Bro is like... on his own kind of conversation. It's pretty decent auto result, however. Do we just blast? I think let's not be fancy again, let's just like haste up. And then... shoot my 1 stacks, you fools. Damn it, I didn't do that. Anyway, I think we'll shoot this guy, because I think we're going to be like vice versa. So like, yeah, the skeleton is probably gonna be doing that. So, now, as funny as this sounds, the 1 stacks need to not do anything. I need to see the damage on the big stack, it's not that great, as I thought here, so we do this. I guess we can hit here, and then this guy can one-shot, and then boom. 9 skeletons, 13 skeletons back. Could you reach? You cannot reach. Damn, you two cannot reach each other. These two heroes will not kiss. Unfortunate, unfortunate. Anyway, I guess Ranloo is picking up the chest and then picking up the magic ball. Anyway, now we don't need the harpy. Lorelei in shambles, right? Yeah, Lorelei in shambles. By the way, how cool is this? We have a leadership and scouting hero, and we have a leadership and scouting hero in the tavern. The twin sisters who are not twins, actually. They share the same philosophy and the skills, but other than that, they're pretty different anyway. Rockhill, did you... I've never visited this, so I guess you can visit that. Also, hold, we'll do this. And did we upgrade anything? No, we kind of can't. Besides the second. Soul Tomb? I followed the Lady Gaga joke. You have a memory of a goldfish? It could be true, but I'm like... It's actually more difficult to like talk and play at the same time than people realize. It's a real skill that you have to train. They are Satanists. Whatchamacallit? I think that's kind of like a brand thing, is it not? Like Lady Gaga made her brand, looking and sounding the way she does, didn't she? So I think the first thing we'll do is get the Vokil out of the road, pre-level up. Then, we could have taken the sorcery, but I don't think it does much. Anyway, Clavius, just gonna do this, and go back into town. I guess we upgrade the 1 Wraith. Do we want the 10 Vamps? And do they massively contribute to something or not? Probably not really anyway. Not that... Talisman of Mana. What a great prank that was. I was like, let's get some experience, or if it's a small chest, let's get gold. And the game was like, Lamau, get some more mana, fool. And just forced me to have this. I think next thing we're doing is actually finding these chieftains. The double necro artifacts would be pretty good, but I kind of don't like these guys, and I don't have like options to deal with them at the moment. Actually, maybe we do have options to deal with them. We could just get like double mausoleum. I kind of like the idea of also getting this. So now we're making 4. Then I guess Okiel has to just go here, right? I guess he could double Death Ripple. Or he could try to double Death Ripple. We kinda need, yeah, speed 7 is fine. Do I think he could survive 2 different hits? Alright, 7 stacks of orcs or no? Because if I don't think he can survive the 7 stacks of orcs, this is like -1 orc each. I mean, yeah, Vokil is not that interesting. He could make the vampires a bit better. That's like not a real thing. Bro, I'm sorry, but you're not gonna exist anymore. We need to see the quantity. These, then we'll get the mana. Then will be supplied troops. And then perhaps we will go vampire, vampire. Vampire and vampire. Ooh. Red has some units, right? He's able to take... Bro is also struggling. They have 2 towns. The AI finally got their 2nd town. Can you imagine that? I've like cleared basically everything in my biome except 2 necro artifacts in 1 fight. And the AI got their 2nd thing. Cool stuff, really. So, I think Clavius is actually gonna take this war card because we're running out of space to put things on my main hero. I could also build a mausoleum now. I don't think 3 extra liches are gonna help me immediately. And also I think maybe a castle is more useful at this moment. So... Vokil is not gonna retreat. Vokil is going to very bravely delete everyone. The way this orc squealed actually is pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie, so... They didn't like that. Okay, skeletons... This here, I guess we could have rallied these and upgraded them to the opposite side. And I think we're just waiting for like a castle. And maybe let's get this built. We'll take this as well, so... Okay, this is Septienna, so... you can have that, and have these. Damacon cannot be bothered, he lives here now. I guess Clavius can be bothered after. Ranloo can get his act together, he is... I wonder if this would be faster if she's not here. No, it isn't. Okay, cool. Anyway, Septienna. Give him all the skellies, give him the tent. Clavius is like, hold up. We can rally and upgrade. So. Alright, enough said, I'm a dip. Alright, thank you for the presents, Navasol. You had to make up... Oh wait, hold up, I was like, Rona's not here. But Rona is here. I think Rona's only going on his vacation next week. Is he not? I registered that Rona's here, but then I unregistered that he's here. That's just pretty interesting. So, I do think this setup is fine. 400 skeletons, by the way, in week 3 is pretty crazy. But yeah, I don't think this map... With another faction, it's basically like with Castle, of course, I would go for Marksman. So here... I think we just do this. But then we just kind of hope that they would like... shoot the 1 stacks, you know? But they're probably just gonna be aiming for the skeleton, yeah. Very typical. Then probably... I think they will hit them, I guess. Okay, 17 skeletons lost, 17 skeletons regained. So what are we fighting next? The Cyclops are faster than us, so they would just like be a bunch of pain. This is a mine. These could potentially be slower than us. This is like a very easy fight, actually. Surprisingly easy fight for what they're guarding. That I think we just go for the dwarf fight, to be honest. These artifacts are both great, but like I need something faster. I think when I get the vampires, so he can have rates. We'll do it like this, just in case we get super safe. I think we had getting the gems. Actually, hold a Damacon. Oh, Damacon needs to be here so he can be like... I kind of regret using the Vokil in the way that I did. I miss him now, I miss him very much. Another hero to be like useful and grab junk. It would be like a godsend at the moment. I guess Clavius, he can walk around, he has legs. Do we build a castle? Do we build a mausoleum? Do I commit to the vampires or do I actually go for some ranged troops? I think I might commit to the vampires, but I don't really see the big payback yet, I guess. Okay, look. She is gonna take the crystal. One of these. And yeah, we want to be faster than them on the skeleton stack, because that's the one that matters. This. Ooh. Bro said I have haste on my own. He actually hasted up. Then I think we can do something pretty cool, which you don't get the ability. I think I should have done the vice versa. So, essentially, this guy will not be able to reach my skeleton stack. So he had to take a one step. Oh, pathfinding. I think we already have like most of the map visible. And we're not gonna be like pathfinding is good, but like there's no rough terrain or anything like that. I think we just go for combat skills because we're just gonna be encountering the opponent anytime soon now. So then, do we go here? Do we just go straight here? I think Ranloo's gonna go straight here, and Septienna's just gonna flag the Crystal Cavern. So how big is this pile? 5. 5 is workable. We will have to wait like a few turns, unfortunately, but yeah, that is the price we pay. Okay, then skeletons might not one-shot. I think what I will do is, I'm not sure, resist. You fool, resist all you want. This is gonna suck a little bit, but that's gonna suck anyway, right? Take some casualties. Okay, cool. Then we kind of want to leave one space here. I would rather he gets the skeletons. And yeah, then we can't reach the jump on just yet. So then Septienna might as well be the one going there. Griffins are gonna be very easy to do, and we can take the spit afterwards. Spit is like very easy because we'll... And wait, unless they have like basilisks there, but still it should be very easy. Then we build the castle here. Castle is gonna be great because we're gonna get some money from the spit. Maybe even we can do the mansion, probably. Maybe we should do the wyverns. Okay, so, Clavius. Clavius go here. Clavius could almost reach that, which is pretty sad that he can't. Okay, Septienna. Pond of the Gems. And yeah, we're like 5 turns away from Vampire Lords in that case. Do we need anything else? No, we just need some wood and crystals and that. We could buy lore later, like scout it through the edges here. But I don't think that's relevant anymore, so... They got Iron Golems while I got Orcs. Well, yeah, these guys are like magic resistant, but... they're not archer resistant. Orcs are like annoying because they always deal damage because they're like a shooter. Reach 2 next creature though, anyway. They have to go closer. Oh, they actually did that. Pretty annoying if you ask me then. I guess I'm gonna lose my tent. And I guess we will magic arrow here. This griffin is getting haunted. All the raids, okay. Okay, do that. We can snatch the free sulfur if we really want to. I don't think we'll get that. These are regular basilisks, so yeah, once again. We just outspeed everything. I do think we would get here. And the raids would like thrive. And we got one down. And then, because they can't reach, just gonna do this. Okay, cool, but then we got one-shot one. Maybe 2 to 4 and like cool. Then I think if these just defend, they shouldn't die. Yeah, okay, cool. One Wraith for 4.5k gold. I actually maybe should have read the flavor text. I don't get to see this bit too often. So, if I beat these Minotaurs, it doesn't give me much. I kind of actually want to see. Okay, there's like a... By the way, we have like the full interference set. Do we not? Yeah, and then we would have the chest plate. And we could also have the interference secondary skill. So, I think actually I'll fight these Minotaurs. Because I feel like the mansion is just a better objective than like the Sulphur Dune. The Sulphur Dune, I could trade for some more, and then I would have the, what do you call it, the two mausoleums built. Is that worthwhile? I don't think it is. Gigafast. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, maybe this fight we can conserve mana. I know something's gonna get vandalized. I can't save it. Yeah, vandalism happens. I was aware of that, and then here I should have left the space open. Anyway, let's have a chill. Fine. Just like do this, you can hit the skeleton and then that's pretty sad, but I wanted to keep some mana. Because this fight is gonna be pretty sad. This fight is gonna be pretty sad because of one reason, because the vampires are fast and they can reach and we do not outspeed them. We could bring a single vampire lord into this fight and this would be like very cool, but we would have to wait for like the gems and stuff. And Clavius can make faster than Septienna can just go for these two resource pickups. Do we need to fight this in this turn? I guess we don't technically need to fight this in this turn. That kind of leaves us with the option of maybe delivering Vampire Lords. We deliver Vampire Lords, we could deliver one. There we would have to like buy. And also this is like a day 6 and day 7 build. I do still think that getting a capital right now... too bad I can't count. Okay, cool. Getting a capital right now should still be beneficial. Okay, that's good. We have like a blessed number of income. Wherever you look, you will see the 6, 7. Oh no. Anyway, we need 2 ore. I think 2 ore is pretty easy to get. Oh yeah, and we need a bunch of, hold up, this is like more difficult to get, right? Need a bunch of these. I guess we will get one from that. One from that. And we still need 2 ore. I guess we should have picked up the sulfur because then we will see. Okay, 4 sulfur. Marketplace. Wait, what am I doing? I think I traded for ore. I don't need ore. What am I was like, I need 10 ore as well for the vampire dwelling, but I don't. That was a mistake. And hold up, I think I need Lorelei out in here. Get Lorelei just so she can deliver that. And I think actually these are skeletons. And it sucks, but sure. My genius is almost frightening. Wait, or did I trade for like 10 wood? I mean, something went wrong because I was looking for 10 of 3 different resources. And then I realized, wait, I don't need 10 of like all the resources. So, it's a bit of one you can't really reach. Anyway, here I have one of these. And yeah, we can't reach, but I think it's a very much worthwhile to do this. So now, because we have that one Vampire Lord, we are outspeeding them. And because we are outspeeding them, we can haste up. We can also, I guess, hit. Probably that's probably not gonna survive, but still. Go to the side, please. I guess we have to hit this one. Okay, cool. And also our Vampire Lord gets to live, which is pretty cool. And then also do that. Okay. Intelligence would be interesting because we do actually have... Well, yeah, man would be useful, but we have these two artifacts. I don't have any high tier spells, and I'm not gonna have any high tier spells, so we'll just get the Ballista Hap and then of Courage. Well, I guess +3 luck for the undead is decent. Well, our spirits are very high at the moment. I guess we would have to... Well, can't really make fast. Mr. Vampire Lord has just been chilling here, I guess. And yeah, let's fight these wyverns. Or we could fight the Cyclops stockpile, but no. I think since we don't have the mana, we only have mana for one cast, we're gonna cast Mass Haste. Then we're gonna go back over here. We're gonna reinforce with the new week's armies. Everybody's gonna go. 3 towns. This guy needs to be in the town to get more vampires, of course. I guess we could maybe even go here and do these Magi. Fight these Magi. I almost want to maybe put... Well, there's no need for that. They are slower than we are, so they need to be the ones coming indoors. Indoors, they need to be the ones attacking, approaching me. I just realized my plan isn't ideal. Okay, look, the skeleton is gonna hit from down. The skeleton is gonna hit from here, right? So we're only gonna make it so only one. Oh no, he can't even reach that anyway. It wasn't ideal at all. But yeah, the skeleton will just teleport behind the rocks, of course. It didn't quite work out the way I imagined it would. 1,000 gold per turn extra, pretty cool stuff. And yeah, then here I guess we can build a mausoleum, because why not? Since we're that rich. War Mammoth. Vamp Lords are fairly easy to get the entire economy, I might joke to you. Apparently it is. I mean, for us that's easy to get because we got the 2 mines immediately. I could fight these, but it's like with haste. I don't really need these 2 mines, and also with haste it's like pretty good. So lower lay. Anyway, the new week passed. So I think Damacon is going to tell us, okay, we get more gems, cool. Gems are very cool. Then I think the lower lay. Okay, wood is cool. I guess lower lay is gonna go to this side and attack these mines. Get these walking deads. Then here, we can't reach this, we could... Either way, we're just gonna be like stuck for a little bit. Stuck with outdoors for a little bit. I guess Clavius can like take away. And also get the gold back, take away everything. Isn't a single Vampire Lord. We're stuck here anyway, right? Well... This and then heading back or here. We would be like here. I think it's so much more worthwhile. Then Clavius can help us with this rallying. And Septienna can also help us with the rallying a little bit. Then I kind of want to see who we have in the tavern. And, ooh, if only an Isra. You know what? If only we had somebody with wisdom and scholar. Tant would be like giving us the forbidden fruit of the Necro. Okay, anyway, here. Do we want to upgrade? Do we want to maybe try to fish out with the spell? Or maybe just get another mausoleum? I think what we do is we buy out Isra here. Get these raids here because we can't really upgrade them. Here, so we would be going to the other town. We have a lot of heroes, but it'll be fine. I don't want to upgrade the zombies. I guess the second mausoleum is like a cool thing we can build. And then we don't have enough money for anything else that would be relevant. Oh, look at Red. He's like doing things as well. Morton is getting some stats. Anyway, I'm like already in the middle. Actually, this is like a pretty good showcase of player skill difference against the AI. Alkins is real. Rel. I'm not sure if that means relic or if that means, you know, like being real. I guess I was fake until now. Now I'm real. Okay, what last thing? Lord, I can still get these guys. So, Isra can tag along, get that Mercury. Then we can go here. Then I guess we would buy out Thant over here. Leave one of these for Isra. I think we would take... Like, the vampires are gonna be like a staple unit, right? The army, this is good. I guess the Blitches would be a good unit as well to have. Skeletons, and then we're just not having the undeads. What is Septienna doing with her life? I guess getting gold. We can basically buy. Wait, no, we can't buy everything. Have to make a tough choice. Well, the rates will always be... Do I want to build like a Giga Skeleton stack or do I want more raids? I guess raids, because then a secondary stack can also be somewhat useful. No, I didn't convert them then. I was thinking of converting them into skeletons anyway. Thant can give away the forbidden fruit. Except no, he can't. Nobody can learn it from him. There's no other stat boosters, there's just like that one learning stone. And that's kind of it. The whole biome, which is pretty sad. Oh, pretty sad indeed. What is Septienna? We need to tag. I want all the spells. That feels like he can be useful. Okay, here, have all these spells. Thank you very much for that. Then. This. Clavius lives in the second town. And that's what we should be doing. Because we want to tag all the spells. Kind of managing the second heroes quite a lot for how little they do. And actually, maybe if I went here, I could already do it. No, it's like whatever. We'll just restore our mana and we'll be a happy man. And then nobody actually picked up these 12 skeletons, which is a bit of a shame. And also Damacon. Feels so exposed and out in the world. Someone could take my 350 gold away. And I'm gonna just do this already. Okay. It's close to 600 skeletons. I maybe could have and should have upgraded something in this town, like a mausoleum, or maybe a level 2 mage guild. We can still technically do that, right? A little bit expensive. I mean, we're not gonna need a bunch of mercury, right? A bunch of mercury. And then I'm kind of triggered by the uneven amount. Sources then once again. Okay. Level 2 mage guild here is fine. We get some more spells. We get Ice Bolt. Death Ripple we already had. I guess we get Ice Bolt. That's it. Quicksand, but that's not going to be that useful. Okay, then I think we can basically win in this week. Okay, Lorelei. Lorelei is gonna go and grab a book for herself. This second town I don't really care too much about. I guess we convert these over here. Main town, I guess this is a good upgrade to have, right? At least I wanted to know some spells. And then Isra maybe wants to get 1000 XP more. Cool. Expert necromancy, but not much else. I guess then Isra can just be like going here and preparing for the inevitable. Thand can basically do the same thing, right? Just kind of like chill out here. Lorelei actually also gets the spells because she now has a book. Big reader. Ice Bolt, actually, we can give Ice Bolt to everyone. Okay, so Ranloo. What are you gonna be doing? Well, we can't upgrade all of these. We only need one Vampire Lord to be like super fast at the moment, right? This will give one away those. Anything for 1000, just a Cover of Darkness. I don't really care about the Cover of Darkness. I guess I want something like this, because this guy can be in the corner. I have like the second to last slot. So, Ranloo can definitely demolish these fools. Could even block with a Vampire Lord. I don't think it's like that relevant. I think we should shoot this one. Maybe you want to attack the 1-stacks. Magi, nope. Should attack the skeletons. Okay, 11 skeletons. Then, do we want the chest with Rand? I guess we're like gearing up for the final fight, so we should, even if it's a small chest. Okay, Earth Magic is what we were actually really needing. That is like beautiful. Then, the two really good items that the real Necromancer wants to equip, and then we of course block to the most optimal pathway, like a Giga Chat move to do on yourself. Then. I don't need 7 mana, I can just go and win. And hold up, wait. Do this. And yeah, I guess we would just be picking up. But just because this is on the way, and I guess this is on the way as well. Just like ding ding, get the 2 Angelic Alliance pieces. Maybe we could also outspeed. Well, we don't really need that. We could just get like a good shield, a Sentinel shield. But I think we can rush the opponent down. Before the end of the week. That's what we should be aiming for. So yeah, this and that, and then Lorelei as well chills out over here. Okay, cool. So Red is really doing stuff, you know. By the way, guest, can we play tonight? Tonight? I already promised a friend of mine I would be playing with him tonight, but not Heroes 3. We can play maybe tomorrow. Well, I'm gonna give you a 10% yes, because I think I could reschedule if you really want to play. Can you make it tomorrow, Karim, or not? Because if you can make it tomorrow, we should play tomorrow. If you can't make it tomorrow, then I could try to reschedule with my friend, because we just wanted to play something as well. Anyway, we have the gold. The Betha with the Earth Magic. I think we definitely upgraded these because they're like good for the price. 0 gold. It just works, you know. The Septienna, boom, boom. Damacon, do this. Septienna, Ranloo. Okay, and then Ranloo can just destroy the universe with this setup. So, Foolish Nixes. I mean, yeah, Foolish Nixes, we just will paste up. Maybe should have made 1-stacks of skeletons for this particular fight, but it is what it is. Can we one-shot? No, we can't. It's pretty sad. I think we gotta go for 2 for 1. 2 for 1 is a decent deal, I guess. Maybe the 1-stacks can actually be somewhat useful. Then... I guess we wanna kind of preserve these a little bit. Should have hit with the... Okay, they split up like that. Not the most ideal thing ever. And then I think the skeleton can kinda just do it now. Actually, yeah, we had +3 like this whole time, and it dropped the first time. Okay, cool. We did that, then Lorelei is like, hey, Lion Shield of Courage. What a cool thing, even got the defense stat from that. Then Thant. Shimmy shimmy out of the way. And hold up, what do we need to... Oh, Thant is still blocking. That's pretty cool. Didn't realize that there was such a restricted space. I guess we could. This is like on the way here, so we might as well. I'm not gonna question that. That was a good fight. I agree with the AI. Completely reasonable result. Then we get a boulder thrown in our face. I think we can kind of prevent that a little bit. Okay, Earth Magic, the win, and then Thant says, ta-da! Now that, and then Ranloo is like, okay, let's go here. I guess like this is technically on the way, but this doesn't really. I don't need interference. What am I gonna be interfering them? We're like a 3 spell power, 2 spell power. We're already interfering like a lot. I guess we can pick up the Sentinel shield. But no, actually we have a good shield. Okay, then Thant. Do this, make him faster. Then Thant can deliver the troops. Actually, Thant might even. Well, but do you have like... Oh, you have anime dead. So, I do think... Hold up, Thant would be pretty decent if, let's say, Isra. Okay, we can do this. Actually, we can do this as well. There's nothing that makes us faster, but I do want to replenish the mana. And for that we need more than maximum mana. So we can actually Skull Helmet it up. Okay, it works, it just works. So this, this, even took his ballista away. So then Thant is like doing this for 1 mine. I kind of actually want 4 stacks just so he can animate dead. They don't even want to fight me. Okay, then I'm gonna assume this is gonna be that. Okay, cool. Wait. Animate dead, one of these back. I don't think they're gonna be doing much of anything. You fools. You lost. And we get more these back and we can take the Sulfur Dune in the next turn. We need to make him fast. And then Isra's like ready to strike. Then I guess we have like a hero chain here, right? Damacon is gonna deliver some Vampire Lords, some delicious Vampire Lords down to like here. So yeah, Septienna can just be here and ready. And then we're just gonna have more Vampire Lords. We could even clear the stockpile if I really wanted to. I was tryharding. But we are not tryharding. Ooh, they cleared something. Very good. The AI is like doing a thing. Okay. AI is doing a thing. Yeah, let's do this. Kind of considering getting the blacksmith tent again, but you know what, let's get the tent because it's a vibe to get a tent. Then let's maybe sell a little bit. I kind of want to build something maybe in their town if that's possible. But then again, I have 0 gold now anyway. Dama of the Khan, I'm happy to give us that. Then here, boom, boom, boom. Here, Ranloo. Happy to fight here. And who is this? The Morton. Morton is looking spicy, but not spicy enough. This, we could give this to the secondary heroes, but I feel like this is not going to be needed anyway. I could give the secondary heroes some 1 stacks of raids. Which does seem pretty cool, all things considered. Even Lord Lake can get some 1 stacks, and actually we'll even give her 6 more. Just so Septienna could also be not left out of the crew. So now the men that cannot be vamped. Beat up vampire lords. I guess the one cast we always do is really powerful. We should do it again. Then yeah, here we can't shoot between the 2 of them. It doesn't work like that. I think it's gonna be fine if we just hit them like that. They decided to go back. Anyway, hi there, Caitlin. I'm here now. Can get even more skeletons. They should have the towns on both sides, right? Actually, we could definitely reach. I do think this is like a decent fight for more skeletons. And yeah, basically what I said in the beginning of the game. I'm just gonna show up and have 1,000 skeletons, and the AI is not gonna be able to do anything about it. Kind of close to that prediction. So, plant can't reach. I guess Isra can reach. Isra can also check this out. Precision, not that interesting. Then, Foolish Caitlin. No 350 gold for you. Then also the Black Shard. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool if we could make the combo artifact. Then, Plant goes forward. Yeah, Ice Bolt for everyone except that we couldn't able to get it. Lorelei moving forward, Septienna moving forward as well. Then Ranloo. Go to the one side or go to the other side. I think we'll go to the neither side. I think we'll disrespect them and take their treasury so we could afford a new hero. Like, we'll take this town and then we'll get a new hero and we'll take this town, and that will be the victory and day 146. I feel like that's gonna be pretty cool. And the list of getting lucky as well, pretty cool. Okay, so can't build anything for style points. Don't think there's a grail on this map. Oh, they did some null fight. Okay, cool. Then Isra. 0 archers here. Is this town even guarded? Bro, empty town. Empty town, no stables even. Yeah, Castle player did not really understand the assignment here. A bit of a shame. Bit of a shame. We could have had something. Damicon can go back to the town. Can somebody check something interesting, like maybe what is the spell? Can Lorelei reach this? Yeah, Lorelei can't reach this. So what is the spell? It's a magic arrow. My intrigue has been slightly satisfied. Okay, Tant. Okay, Morton is not even in the town. Let's look at mysticism. They do at least have some troops in the town. I hope that they... Okay, they don't have any troops here and don't have any hero here, which is good. And then what is the final bit of disrespect that we can do? You can reach, right? Yeah, you can reach. Kind of worried if we do this. We have to, like, not to accidentally not be able to reach. So maybe we'll leave Septienna like this. So I do think it's time to bully the dwarfs. Like 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? No casualties. Expert earth magic, that's what I'm talking about. That's what we wanted to see. And then, yeah, if I attack him, I'm not able to go into the town. So I'm very happy that Septienna right here stepped up to the job. She's gonna be the one taking the final fight into the city. And then, I guess we can upgrade something Gucci. Would we have a anime dead in my mage guild? We would not have an anime dead in my mage guild, that's pretty sad. We would have anti-magic though. This town, I guess let's build a chimney for the spirit animal. Let's build the stables, because that's a good building, even though we can't really use it or need it. Okay, then Ranloo. You fool, Morton. Enemy has fled. I wish I took that town actually first, because otherwise they just flee. I think we'll haste up. I think we won't actually fly in the first turn. Oh, he has no man. That's even better. I think Ballista and Ballista Violence is something we should indulge in. It's great. Don't run away, brother. Cool. Can we eliminate them in... like this... next round? So... the skeletons need to hit something very hard. I think vampires should try to like eliminate... okay, cool, full thing. Then eliminate the full thing. They failed. I think I have to death ripple to eliminate that one extra stack. Then here we can try. I think the pikeman had more health, but maybe that was a mistake. He runs away, I don't get to see what he had. Damn it, damn you, Morton. You don't even show me what you had. Anyway. Septienna. We can go here, we can be a tourist. Actually, I think skeletons will be targeted, right? So, yeah. Orin. You fool, Orin. You ran a less successful kingdom than I did. Fly in. I can shoot the halfling, and yeah. This is a bit weak. Anyway. What is the coolest spellcaster we can do? One that we haven't done yet. 35, and I guess Advanced Scholar. And Red has been vanquished. Congratulations, all your enemies have been defeated. Victory is yours. And my rank is a Magic Elemental 322. So this map was actually pretty straightforward, pretty easy to beat. Was it fun? It was fun for me because Ranloo was ballisting stuff out very rapidly. So I had fights every week. There were like, you know, maybe turn or two where I regenerated my mana. I went to the second side of the biome, but basically we had like at least a couple fights every single turn, thanks to the ballista. And also, yeah, I did get kind of like 1,000 skeletons in the end. I think this one was carried both by the fact that I was Necropolis, and I think you always get the two of the same town. So with 2 Necro Amplifiers, you actually do get a decent chunk of skeletons back, especially from the tier 1 fights. Tier 1 creature fights like Ocean, its goblins, even the skeletons, the neutral skeletons. And yeah, but then sadly the AI got like an Orin and they couldn't do anything. I wonder if they got something like Factory and a Henrietta, they would probably be able to clear. This map could be fun in PvP, by the way. That's my personal opinion. Oh, actually, you know what, Alkin? We could even play. We could play from. I could play from my new place, and you could test if my new microphone is like decent or not. I would sound different than 100%, but yeah. Let's check out this map before we think about the future, because I want to see what kind of artifacts they had. I will load a face-to-face. And it looks like the undead face won in this one. Ranloo with his happy face. So, also getting the 2 heroes for 350 gold helped me a lot as well. Not gonna lie. That was like basically 700 extra gold every single turn. And even though we only played like what, basically till month 2, that's like, let me think, 3.5k per week. So basically I got like 10,000 extra gold from those 2 heroes. I guess I had to buy them both, so it's like more like a bit extra than 5,000. A bit more than 5,000 gold. So yeah, the red player probably starts identically. He did have these artifacts. I think swordsmen are better guardians than the magi in the sense that they're easy to beat. Also they had the gun. Is it actually mirrored through wise? No, it isn't. Getting a master gremlin, so getting pirates here like sucks a lot actually. And I'm kind of surprised they didn't fight the piggies. So let's check the sizes of their thing. So which artifact are they getting from over here that they didn't do? Equestrian's gloves. That's actually not useful. In this map you want artifacts that give you stats, I suppose. This, I actually want to check their chests. Maybe their chests also have like a hidden artifact inside of them. Then here, nothing hidden. We checked that the size was like 100 dwarfs, right? Yeah, 100 dwarfs. Not impressive. And then here they would have had the sword. The speculum was actually kind of like a scam as well. I guess spyglass. A bit of a scam. And then you have this down. Yeah, because it has archers, it's actually a bit more difficult to take. I guess because they couldn't take the town until like week 3, that was like really handicapping them. Oh, inexhaustible ore cart. I would say that's actually relatively decent. For castle you would like the wood cart, because they have to build a stable. And then this artifact is kind of decent, but not optimal. This is like for a spellcaster. I think all around they got like the worst of everything. See how many iron elementals? 45, oof. This would be very nasty. I think I just high rolled everything basically. Like high roll from day 1. So poor Orin, he couldn't go face to face. That's too bad for him. But yeah, interesting map, like 4 towns, 2 towns, 2 against 2 towns. It's a bit interesting that this player gets a warehouse of wood, while this one gets a spit, which is like a one-time objective, closer to him. I feel like another warehouse of wood somewhere here would be like giving the, you know, and maybe like a spit here and maybe like another object, like another spit to the other side would be like interesting, because then it would be at least somewhat balanced. Maybe like a Cyclops cave and a spit, I don't know. But yeah, interesting. Actually wonder if we restart how much changes. Okay, this completely changes. The artifacts change, the artifacts change. This Spellbinder's hat, that's pretty interesting. You would be able to DD. this sort of judgment. These are basically just relics. I guess you have like 5 relics in the middle. I guess, well, 6 relics, we just ignored. And they would get Trident Domination, they would still get this. They would get Peasants, but once again, Spyglass. Yeah, I guess this map, it really depends on what kind of artifacts you roll. Because I rolled really good artifacts and also like pretty easy Guardians for my level 1. Meanwhile, I guess the AI, I guess here they're all double Peasants. But these objects don't really matter as much as like something like, for example, the, you know, the Tier 1 and Tier 2 dwellings. Having easy Guardians on those matters more, because you get free troops essentially. But yeah, anyway, this is quite an interesting map. It feels like, yeah, I guess from one side you can test how good you are against the AI. And yeah, I kind of did high roll, but I feel like I would have beaten the AI no matter what, unless they high rolled like super much. If I got the super bad items and they got super good items, it could be difficult because then you would have to break into the middle with like basically low tier troops against a bunch of like shooters. And with low stats, it's like, you know, the couple of casts. I also lucked that I got air magics, my first magic, because mass haste is very good against shooters, and we basically had a bunch of shooters. So reaching, you know, them in 2 or 3 turns with the basic skeletons was actually a godsend. Like, yeah, the expert haste helped a lot, the ballista helped a lot in the early game. This could have been actually a pretty tricky map, because the AI gets the bonuses. If they would have gotten the mines in the middle, they could have built a mage guild, and then if they have like a tier 3 spells, or even tier 2 spells, if they have lightning bolt and I don't have lightning bolt, it could be a bit tricky. But yeah, I did enjoy this map. It could be also interesting if you play with this friend, where you guys are like somewhat equal skill level, because I feel like you could also rig it in a way where you play the same town, and let's say one player takes, like for example you play factory, one player takes a Henrietta so he has the halfling star, and the other player takes something like relatively bad for the town, like, I'm thinking what is bad for like factory? A hero that doesn't have much going for them. I can't think of a bad factory hero, to be fair. What is like usually not good? I'm thinking Ian Sweat, but Ian Sweat has estates, so estates are like pretty useful. But yeah, you could make it so one of you has like, I guess actually the gunslinger guy tanker, it wouldn't be too good because you're limited on resources. So like one guy would, but then again he can make use of archery for the halflings, so I can't really imagine that. But yeah, one player could pick like a very good hero, one player could pick a very bad hero. And I think towns which are like, towns where you can build them up with only wood and ore benefit a lot from this map. Because of the limited secondary resources. Or I guess the limited special resources. I feel like Necropolis was actually one of the best towns for this, because you can get the raids, the vampires, with only wood and ore, and the liches cost only 4 sulfur. Each lich dwelling only costs 4 sulfur. So I basically was able to build a castle and build a citadel, and it was like really, really good, because I got a bunch of troops. But yeah, I'm gonna stop rambling for now. I will thank you for watching. I was guest 273, and 99% that I will just see you in the next week. Thank you for watching, cheers, and I hope you have a good one. And that's gonna be it for today, I guess. Or at least that's gonna be it for this time. And don't mind me waiting for the end stream button to load. It's always a bit awkward. I forget that that's an option even. Okay, it loaded. So yeah, I hope you guys have a good one and enjoy your Heroes 3 future experiences. And that's